This is Willie May with marketing tricks, treats, and trends.
Are you tired of the stress and chaos that comes with managing a professional haunt? The actors, the schedules, the costumes. It can all be overwhelming. But what if we told you there's a solution? Introducing Scython, a modern all-in-one actor management platform that streamlines the entire process and makes managing your monsters a breeze. With features such as recruiting, scheduling, communication, background checks, time tracking, awards tracking, and costume management, Scython is everything you need from the palm of your hand. Say goodbye to the hassle of juggling multiple apps or spreadsheets, and hello to a seamless and organized experience. Sign up for a 30-day free trial at scython.io and start managing your monsters like a pro.
What is going on, everybody? It must be Thursday because I am here and you are here, and it's a great day. It's a great day. We have a great lineup tonight. We have kind of moved into haunt season, so we're going to talk to some haunt owners tonight. And of course, I can't do this show without my favorite co-host, Tayan.
Hello.
What is going on, Tayan?
Not much. Trying to get ready for college again.
Did you stay home this weekend?
Why am I staying home?
No, this past weekend, did you stay home? You didn't go to like a convention or nothing crazy?
No. Yeah,
No work?
nothing special.
Nothing?
No.
Just sitting around doing nothing?
Getting ready for the haunted house. We just did promo photos yesterday for it. So I guess that's exciting.
Nice. Like your haunted house or the one that you got like tapped?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little one, the one night one.
Gotcha.
The little itty bitty one.
And how's your product list going? And you still got some stuff you're trying to offload?
I still have all of the stuff. I don't know where I put my list at. It disappeared. But I still have everything, and now I think it's from now until my birthday or the day after my birthday or something. We're doing a sale, and I have to look on my website. My mom made the promo code, but I think it's 18B Day, and you get 18% off right now on the website.
18% off.
Yeah, because I'm turning 18.
Guaranteed for haunt season?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they order it now, they'll get it in. Where is
Alright,
it?
well,
There it is.
get on there.
Yeah,
There you go.
18B Day. Ta-da!
And where's that
I
at?
pulled
Where
it
can they
up.
find that?
ProjectBackfire.net.
.net. You heard it. Go to
.net.
projectbackfire.net and get You're 18% off with promo code. What was it?
18 B-Day.
18B Day. Get 18%
Yeah,
off guaranteed by haunt season.
we'll get it in.
We have huge giveaway tonight. Do you know what the giveaway is? See
I
it?
heard my mom yelling about it in the living room, saying that she wants it.
Well, she can
So
enter to win in it. So we're gonna do hashtag it must be Thursday, and we are going to give away 9 t-shirts. It's the wrong graphic, Chris.
he's
There it
working.
is. 9 t-shirts. One person is going to get 9 t-shirts courtesy of Erebus, Eloise, The Haunt, Factory of the Dead, 4 great haunts up in Michigan up there. So if you're in the Michigan area during haunt season, make sure you go check out all those haunts. And of course, your Fear Expo shirt, and your Haunt Con shirt, and your Molly Z shirt, and
All
your
of them.
VFX shirt.
You can get a
And
whole wardrobe tonight.
I do believe if you look closely in the center, we have It Must Be Thursday shirts.
Are those going to be available at any of the shows, or is it just for giveaways?
I think we're probably gonna run a limited number for HauntCon and Fear Expo.
That'd be cool.
And yeah, you and I will just spend all day signing t-shirts. But
They don't want my signature. Ain't nothing exciting.
But yeah, so 9 t-shirts. So guys, get out there, like and share this post. Hashtag it must be Thursday. Get everybody in here so they can get a chance to win 9 t-shirts tonight. That's a big one. It's
That
it,
is
not
big.
TT. Must be Thursday. Come on, Chris, get it together. IT. Hashtag IT must be Thursday. Anyways, you guys figured it out there on the
Yeah,
interwebs.
the audience got it.
Speaking of the interwebs, we are out there still. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, but we're on Spotify, Amazon Prime, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. If it is a streaming service, we're on it. All you got to do is search us, and you can listen to whole shows. You can listen to segments. If you just, maybe you want to know what Eloise is doing or Erebus is doing, and that's all you want to listen to, you could just click on those segments. And you can either watch or listen to it on your way to work, while you're at work, while you're taking a poop. I don't know. I don't know what you do with your life. Just listen to us while you're doing it. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. Mom's laughing now.
Well, because she's probably listens to us while she's taking a poop.
That's probably Dad. Dad
Okay,
says that he's a bathroom engineer.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll get into later, Chris, because we're gonna do we got an announcement for next week about announcements, and so we'll talk HauntCon and Fear Expo stuff later. So hashtag it must be Thursday to get a chance to win. Yep, we're gonna do a luau. The chance to win 9 t-shirts from 4 great haunted attractions up in Michigan, courtesy of VFX, Molly Zombie, Erebus, Eloise, Fear Expo, HauntCon, The Haunt, Factory of the Dead, so on and so forth. I'm done talking. Why don't we get some people on here that are more important than me to talk about what they want on? Does that sound good?
Bring them on.
I'm super, super excited about this guest. This is like a legendary attraction in the business for a lot of different reasons. So we're going to bring on Ed Erebus from Erebus.
Hey guys, thank you very much.
Hello.
Ed, what is going on, my friend?
Oh man, it's so really close to the season, man. We're opening up and just days away, man. It's crazy over here.
Yeah, I bet. And thank you for coming on, because I know what this time of year is like. And I mean, it's like the best and worst time of year for us in the haunt business.
Agree.
It's like what we live for, but what we dread.
I don't know. It definitely is the worst. Once we're open, we're cruising. But man, getting to that point, it's pretty tough, man.
Yeah, it's not
fair.
the easiest job in the world, but the best job in the world. But you specifically have a unique challenge that maybe a handful of other haunts have, and it's the fact that you were just bonkers huge. You're insanely huge. Like, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
No, you know what it is. It takes a lot to get the machine running. We're just over a half-mile walk inside the building. So I mean, it's a half mile of wire and cables and TV wires and 24 volts, 110 volts. You name it, man. It definitely takes a little bit to get the machine going.
So,
I'd imagine.
let's clear the air right now, because I know there's a little bit of a rivalry. At least as long as I've been in this business, I've known that there's been a little bit of a rivalry between Erebus and Factory of Terror. So who's got it? Who's
You know
got it?
what? There's enough room in this industry for everybody, man. We got people all over the place. I mean, there's more than enough people to go to every haunt. And at one point in time, we had 50 haunts within, 100 haunts within 50 miles of us. So you know what? You just got to keep chugging, make your show good, man. And we got enough people for everybody. No problem at all.
But who's the biggest? Who's it's because I
Who's
know
the
Factory of
biggest?
Terror is up there. They're doing a lot.
Factory of Terror. You know what? We had the Guinness Book of World's Record. I know they were going for it, and they had it for a little bit. I'm not sure who has it at this point. I believe Todd James still has it down in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, at
You
Cutting
know what?
Edge.
Again, Factory of Terror. Their record was several haunted houses underneath one roof, and we're just one big haunted house. So depends how
Gotcha.
you kind of define it. As of one
Right.
haunt, we're probably bigger. Underneath one roof and several haunts, I think they might have us beat a little bit.
Gotcha. But your haunt is, it's not just, I mean, in all, like you said, all these haunts are great. They're incredible. When you have such a large space like this, how do you fill it with just amazing things time after time, instead of like, some of these haunts that are really big, they kind of get lost. They have, like, they start out real strong, and then the last quarter mile is a dark maze. And you're just kind of like, okay, well, you might have phoned this one in a little bit. How do you just, you like you said, the machine, how do you fill the machine with just bangers, one scene after another?
Well, the advantage we have is we just keep adding on to it. We've been doing it for 40, this will be 44 years this year in the haunted house industry for us. So we've had 44 years of experience doing this stuff, and we keep adding it. And again, do we change everything in a haunted house every year? No, it would be impossible. But we change things, we flip things around. We modify stuff all the time. We have a really cool modification going on to the swamp that we made. So, I mean, that's going to be pretty cool this year.
How do you manage something this large?
You hire good people. That's the only way you could do it. You manage it. Well, we're not only do we hire people, but the people that we hire, I consider them family. I mean, everybody we're really close to. We work well together. We have a very good harmony going on. Everybody likes each other. That's more important. Work should be great. And being in a haunted house business, how can it not be great? And then home life should even be better. So, I'm lucky because I got both happening here.
Now, I mean, like everybody else in this industry, I'm assuming you would have an actor shortage issue as well. How do you kind of overcome some of those hurdles where you have such a large space and, maybe just not enough people to cover it?
You know what? You overcome and adapt. You got to do what you got to do. If you don't have the actor showing up, you kind of make do with what you got, and you got to place them in the proper position. Yep, we've had that struggles. It comes and goes, but try to I mean, in our peak, I think we had at one point we had about 250 actors in our pool. Last year, my pool was probably less than 150, but I mean, to get, I can run smooth, real smooth with about 70, I prefer about 90, but I mean, I've ran as low as, 55, 60.
Nice. What do you think? Like you said, 40 plus years, you're out here getting it done. What's the key for longevity in the haunted house business?
Key to longevity in the haunted house industry. You got to keep growing, man. I mean, I'm like you guys. I'm still learning. We're still creating new stuff. I mean, you're never done. I mean, we eat, sleep, drink, haunted house every day. I mean, we're always looking at different things that we can achieve. I mean, if you look at like the bottomless pit, I mean, that's us looking at a puddle reflecting the side of a building, going, man, we can create this. Look at this. Oh my God. The light source was the difficult part, figuring that out. But I mean, just coming up with these new ideas, and how do you come up with, like, the last one we did was the motivation was, you ever sit in a car and have the car next to you kind of roll forward a little bit, and also you got to slam on the brake because it feels like you're going backwards. I built a room that is motivated by that feeling and thought, and it's actually pretty cool. It's kind of like, it's actor strong, though. I need the actor to be a strong actor in there for you get that effect, but you can feel it. I can move you without touching you. It's out of this world. It's pretty cool.
Wow, that's crazy. For everybody who was out there listening, if you guys have any questions, Tane is monitoring the board. So if you have any questions for Ed, just pop them in there, and we'll ask them for you. So Ed, you mentioned creating and changing and doing things like that without giving away too many secrets about what's going to happen this year at Erebus, other than the Vertigo car thing that you got going on. What are some of the other things you have planned?
You know what? We got a totally new thing that I don't think any other haunted house has ever done it before. And we call it Making of the Monster. It's a walkthrough documentary. So all the people that, we've been looking at that don't want to come to the haunted house because they're too afraid, this here is a non-scary event. We have monitors throughout the whole haunted house explaining how things work, talking about our history, talking about a little bit of everything. And people can come on in, experience the haunted house in a non-threatening, non-scary, way. And hopefully we'll convert them into people that want to get scared. But, we want to get some people in there, and, because everybody loves Halloween. Unfortunately, if if you don't like being scared, what do you do next, And we're trying to include those people into the Halloween spirit.
Are you guys one of these absolute crazy haunts where, haunt season isn't enough and you're moving into Christmas and, off-season events throughout the year?
Nope. Halloween's good enough for me. After Halloween, man, I'm done, man. Ready to take off, go on vacation, do something. But no, we got, we're doing escape rooms now, and that's open year round. We're doing this Making of the Monster, and that opens up August 12th. So we're like a week and a half away from that opening up. The haunt opens up on the 15th. We're teaming up with a guy named Steve Shipp who works for us, and we're opening Oddities and Curiosities Museum right next door to Erebus, and that's pretty cool. I mean, we got dinosaur bones. We got 350 vintage Halloween masks. We got a Fiji mermaid and a petrified leprechaun. We got, funeral parlor stuff, mortician stuff, just a whole bunch of kind of cool stuff that we've been collecting for years. And Steve, he's been collecting his whole life, and most of that stuff was his. It's amazing. He pulled it out of his house,
And you're in Pontiac, right?
Yeah, downtown Pontiac, Michigan.
Yeah, see, that's not real far from me. Like, now I want to go see the Oddity Museum and stuff now. Like, you're even selling it to me. Like, I want to go now.
Go do it. Go get video.
It's pretty cool.
It's only a couple hours for me.
I say do it.
So
Man,
you mentioned
you could come check out the haunted house. You could see the Making of the Monster, see the museum, go do an escape room. Man, I got you covered for an all-day event.
Well, that's what they're trying to get Tane and I to go to these different events. Tane's down in Florida and I'm up here up north, and they're trying to get us to go to these different events and like do interviews and film, and so we can show it on the show and be like, hey, this is what people are doing out in the haunted house world. Go out and get it. And I'm just like, I did my time in the haunted house. My knees hurt. Like I need a couple.
But you would just be walking
years.
through.
Yeah, but I can't just walk through. You don't
Oh
understand. I
my
went to Erebus
gosh.
a few years ago, and it was like going to Mecca. Like it was a crazy experience. I don't know if you still have it, but it's. I remember going to the movie screen scene and like getting you get blasted in the face. The movie screen explodes, and you gotta like walk through it, and it was just like, oh my god, like this is the best place I've ever been. Like I can't just walk through it. If I walk through it, I'm gonna want to be like, I'm gonna pull Ed aside and be like, "Hey man, I got my stuff in the truck. Can I suit up?" Like,
Oh my gosh.
You know,
can't,
let's do this.
I can't do it anymore. You mentioned escape rooms. Tell us about what you got going on with your escape rooms.
Actually, we have escape rooms. We have 5 of them. We had 2 more under construction that we're looking to hopefully jump back into in November and kind of complete those up. Uh, you ever see that movie Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah,
You go
yeah.
on vacation, go on your lunch break, get implants of your head of a vacation, but why be you? That was our philosophy of doing escape rooms. Why just doing escape room when you can be an escape artist and get out of prison? You can be Indiana Jones, find the Temple of Doom. You can be Top Cop and solve the crime. So that was kind of our trying to get very immersive. And a lot of haunts are doing this. I mean, it's pretty cool, but the escape rooms actually make the haunted house business look easy. I mean, there's a lot of thinking behind these
Mhm.
escape rooms and the puzzles and the trail of the puzzles and the linear and the non-linear and holy cow. But it's definitely a lot of fun and it's very interesting. And you can do things over there that you can't do with haunted house people because they're stuck in that room for an hour compared to 7 seconds walking by a display.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I remember when escape rooms first came on about 2015, 2016, and it changed the game, and then the haunt business changed escape rooms. It
Yeah.
was just one of those meetings of the minds where it was bound to happen, and I mean, it was one of the greatest things. But as an escape room owner and mega haunted attraction owner, how do you feel about these escape rooms? Are you worried that maybe the market's going to get saturated and the bottom's going to drop out? I mean, we all had a little scare because of COVID, and things are back to normal and on the upswing. I even personally think it's even more because people were locked up during COVID, and as soon as they could get outside, they all ran outside. You know, are you worried at all about the escape room business taking a turn?
If you kind of do the math a little bit, I mean, if you keep them fresh and keep them, going strong, the amount of people we put through the haunted house would probably take 10 years to put through the escape room. And if you think about it from that way, the 10-year-olds are now 20. So, I mean, it's like a never ending supply of people willing and able to go to the escape room. So, am I worried about it dropping off? No, I think, but you got to keep adding, you got to keep it fresh. Again, we got 2 more coming online. I got probably, you're always thinking ahead of the game. I got some cool ideas that have never been done in escape rooms. It'd be kind of cool if we could pull them off. We'll see what happens in the future here.
Perfect, perfect. Now, going back to just how massive your attraction is, it always, I've had the luxury of traveling to and working at some of the best haunts in the country and got to see the behind the scenes and how they do things. And, it's crazy how you get, like an attraction like Hell's Gate, who have like 30 incredible makeup artists and they can get their whole, hugely staffed cast through makeup quickly and efficiently. Then you see other ones that have like 2 or 3 makeup artists and, they're getting people in CFX masks and getting them dressed up that way. With a haunt as large as yours and doing, like you said, sometimes with 200 plus people, do you find it better for the show to have like a mask heavy cast or a makeup heavy cast, maybe a little bit of mix of both? And how do you make that work?
Well, my 250 people is not per night. That's just my pool that I pull from. So
Gotcha.
we're running probably 70 to, on average, I'd say 70, 70 to 90 actors a night. Uh, I say it's a mixture. It's mask, it's makeup. I mean, makeup, you can actually be more vocal with it. Mask are sometimes inhibiting from, your vocalness, your eyes, your vision. So I prefer makeup, if I'm doing it, but masks are fun too. And, masks are hot though. Oh, I mean, you're going to, if you're moving and you're jumping, you're crazy. It's just that heat just is overwhelming. And, I have a fat head, so the CFX mask is like wrapping a rubber band around my head. I can only take that for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I understand that. Is there something that you wish you could build in your haunt that you haven't yet?
Nope. I mean, we think about stuff. I mean, like our buried alive. That was something we thought about for 6 years, man. We built it 4 different times and rebuilt it and rebit it. Did that. I mean, anything we want, we eventually come up with the idea and figure out how to do it. The only thing I wish I had sometimes would be a little more ceiling height. We're maxed out at, depends on where you're at in the building, somewhere, between 10 and 12 feet. But other than that, I think, we're always coming up with ideas and we'll figure out how to make it work one way or another,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand that. Well, we are getting close to being out of time. So where can we find Erebus Haunted House on the interwebs?
On the internet, we are at hauntedpontiac.com. You can see the tickets for the haunted house there. The museum tickets will go up eventually. I think that's going to open up. We're shooting for about the 18th of August. And then the Making of the Monster opens August 12th. And that's also on the website, hauntedpontiac.com.
And you mentioned a couple important dates coming up. Why don't you run through those again so everybody out there can hear them and go check out your place up there in Pontiac?
Making of the Monster is going to be open August 12th, which is a walkthrough documentary program. And then I believe the museum is going to be opening up on the 18th of August. And then what we have is the haunted house will be opening on the September 15th. And we'll run everything till November 4th. And then obviously the escape rooms and the museum will continue on throughout the year.
Are you running any special nights, any blackout nights, college ID nights, anything like that?
We have nothing on the books as of now, but I'm sure we will, come up with something. We have dynamic ticketing, so our ticketing prices go anywhere from, you come up on a Monday or the first Thursday of October, it's $20. It's same show, same people, same everything. You show up on, Halloween weekend, it's $35. So the price changes per day, and we'll accommodate everybody.
Fantastic, Ed. I know you're a busy man, and I want to thank you for taking the time out to be on our show tonight, and I hope you have a fantastic season.
I appreciate you guys having me on here, and you guys have any problems or questions, give me a holler, man, and we'll do this again soon.
I hope so, Ed. You take care of yourself.
Thanks, man. We'll see you guys.
If you haven't been there,
I haven't.
It's like a county size haunted house. It's massive. It's incredible. And Ed's a great guy and he's got a great haunt. And if anybody is within earshot of Pontiac, Michigan, this haunt season, make sure you're at Erebus. It is a great, great, great attraction. It's like I said before, it's an absolutely legendary attraction. It's a bucket list show you got to go see. Anyways, hashtag it must be Thursday for our big giveaway. We're giving away 9 t-shirts tonight. Courtesy Erebus, Eloise, VFX, blah, 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 blah. I went through that. Hashtag it must be Thursday. Get your hashtags in so we can enter you guys in to win these 9 t-shirts. Who do you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be Willie or Gerard?
Gerard.
One. You think it's going to be Gerard? You think he's going to have like marbles in his mouth and like mess up simple words?
Probably. He does it every time.
Probably. That's all right. He's nervous. His mom watches, I think. So it's all right.
Oh,
Whatever.
Lord.
If it's Gerard, I hope he doesn't screw up so many words. And if it's Willie, I hope the energy is up. So we're going to kick it over to Yep, That's Scary for haunt news in a minute.
Maybe. That's not
Maybe
it.
not. Yeah, that wasn't it. Is it coming?
Yeah. I don't know.
Chris hit the wrong button. I think Molly nailed it. He hit the wrong button. We're gonna be able to.
We need to play the Jeopardy theme song.
I don't know. Chris, are we gonna be able to?
Relax, everybody. There's no deadly virus out there, so you can at ease. You know how I know this? Because Publix didn't put back the arrows on the ground, so I can walk around my grocery store freely like a human being. Remember when they did that shit? Right when the pandemic hit, they're like, arrows on the ground. You know they had to have a corporate meeting about this, where the guy walked in, all right, everybody gather around. There is a deadly virus attacking the United States. What do you think we should do about it? Oh, no answers? I'll tell you what we're going to do about it. We're going to put a plastic arrow going down one aisle. Next aisle over, plastic arrow coming directly back, right? We're going to fool the virus. We're going to fool this fucking virus. In fact, maybe we'll just have the guests zigzag down the aisle. Like if an alligator chases someone, it works for alligator chasing someone. It might work for a deadly virus. We don't know. Let's test it out. What about the distance of people? I'll tell you about the distance. We'll put a plastic circle that says stand here. And 5 feet over. I'm sorry, this is a deadly virus. My bad. 6 feet over. Put another plastic circle. If I just won't travel more than 5 feet, I'll tell you that right now. What about the cashiers? Well, what about the cashiers? 5x7 plexiglass. Not regular boar's head plexiglass, right? Because the virus will not travel around the plexiglass or over the plexiglass in our nasal cavities. I took half semester of biology back in '88 community college. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. What about the pen pad that everybody touches? Fuck that, leave that wide open, all right? We need to take their money. We need to get their money, Rebecca. Shut up about that. You want Tuesdays off, you shut up and take their money. We did it too, man. We did it. You saw that arrow. What'd you do? You didn't go. You didn't go. Why didn't you go? Because there's 4 Karens coming straight for you. Beelining for you, right? All masked up. Lead Karen has 3 masks on, a facial shield, a beekeeper's helmet. Fucking don't do it. Don't do it. You're like, well, it's right there. Throw it to me for Christ's sakes then, all right? Fucking Paul Newman's marinara. I'm not walking around.
I think Chris is at the point where he just thinks he can play anything and we just are forced to watch it.
So that wasn't Willie or Gerard, so I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. I have haunt news.
Anyways.
Halloween
All
Horror
right,
Nights released their houses. Whoopee.
Okay, what
The
do you
Spirit of
got? What are the
Halloweens
houses?
are opening. Oh shoot.
What are the houses?
Hold on. I
We
wasn't
got to get
prepared.
some haunt news in here.
I know. I was just about to say, more haunt news is Spirit of Halloween had their store opening. I think it was this week. Gage was at it, dressed up in costume. So the kid that was on here with his thing. Yeah, Gage was on here and he was at the reveal and he was on Spirit of Halloween's like promo video, which was really friggin' cool. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get the houses load. I know that it's something monsters and masked or something. The theme is
Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things 4 is one of them. Last of
And
Us is one of them.
Yeah, The
And
Last
then
of Us.
I know the overall theme is one of the people that they had before, like one of their icon characters is coming back, and he looks like Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog. And they're bringing back another vampire scare zone except this one's 70s. And they're killing Jack the Clown, which I'm not happy about.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know
Curse
if
of
you can do that.
Vecna, An Evil Awakening, so The Exorcist, The Last of Us, Chucky, Universal Monsters Unmasked, Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. That's Dr. Facilier. There you go.
Gotcha.
That's the
Gotcha.
Dueling Dragons, Yeti Campground, Darkest
Dragons.
Deal.
I've had enough of dragons and haunted houses. I'm
No, I am done
done
with
with
The
dragons and
Last of
haunted
Us.
houses.
I'm done with The Last of Us. I'm so tired of
Yeah.
it.
It just came out. I would just say it
I
hasn't even been
know,
out
but
for a
like
year.
so Tyler Haunts, one of the photographers that does pictures and stuff around here in Florida,
Yeah.
he has posted so much Last of Us stuff. I'm so tired of seeing it. I'm so tired of it. I'm done.
right.
There's haunt news in a minute.
All right. Done. Haunt news. No offense,
Period.
Tane, but Gerard and Willie do it better.
Oh, I believe it. And everybody in the comments is asking where they are and where's the video.
I don't know. We got haunt tips coming up, so I don't know. Maybe Martha Stewart will show us how to make cookies when we get the haunt tips.
And
Yeah, Jim Warner from Eloise Asylum coming up. One of the big dogs in the business, coming from a great attraction up there in Michigan. What is going on, Jim?
Hey, good evening. How are you guys?
Doing pretty good.
doing all right.
pretty good.
Good. A couple extra seconds for your haunt news in a minute. Apparently, Horror Nights may have a roving David S. Pumpkins photo op. So to me, that's the most exciting thing they could have announced is David S. Pumpkins at Horror Nights.
Thank
Really?
you for adding to that haunt news.
Of course. I'm just jumping right in. I can't help it.
I appreciate that a lot.
So, kind of like leading into almost the same type of questioning that we had with Ed. You also manage Penhurst as well, right? If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have two haunts that you manage that's also relatively unique because it's not just some warehouse. It's not just some building out in the middle of nowhere. It's not just some storefront. You got like some real deal properties here. So why don't you tell us about both of them?
Well, both Eloise and Penhurst are incredibly historically relevant sites. That's one of the coolest parts about going to work. We've built some amazing sets. We've put together incredible storylines, and we tell a great story at both sites. But at the end of the day, if I strip all of those out and I walk you through there at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's still terrifying. Like they're just terrifyingly historically significant. They're eerie. They make you feel some kind of way. And both are reportedly extremely haunted. That's like a shoot. That's a thing that many people have documented at both sites. They see ghosts, hear ghosts, record ghosts, you name it. But very haunted locations. So it kind of makes our job a little easier.
So are you a believer? Are you a true believer in the paranormal?
So it's wild. I do believe in the paranormal, but I don't care about it, if that makes any sense at all. Like I am so immersed when I'm at each site working that like a full body apparition could be like, "Hey, Jim," and I just be like, "Get out of my way. I'm doing stuff." Like, so I don't care about the paranormal, but I totally believe in it. Like I've had enough weird, kooky stuff happen where I'm like, yeah, it can't all be a coincidence or a draft. You know what I mean? But I'm too busy to care about it. I'm like, they're like, "Oh my God, you hear that?" And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
Dan, I don't know if I've ever asked you that question. Are you a true believer?
I will answer that question by saying I watch a lot of Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagans.
Do you watch it for Zach Bagans or do you watch it for the ghosts?
I watch it for Zach and them. I laugh at them so much. I can't.
See, I'm not a believer.
I go out by what my dad says because I kind of I agree with what he says with it, that some areas or items can hold like energy, and maybe that's why we all think ghosts are real, because like it just kind of like replays when you walk by it good enough. So I don't know that I feel like
It's
that
crazy
could be a
talk.
thing.
Crazy
Yeah.
talk. Tell your dad
I'm
it's crazy talk.
yeah. I'm always of the thought that we as a people less than 500 years ago thought that we could cure people with like leeches and stuff. And who knows in 500 years where we'll be with science, technology, and everything else.
Yep.
It very well could be just something that we don't understand yet. We just don't know what it is yet. And we haven't unlocked that part of our growth in science to figure it out. So
It's true.
me, I'm on the fence, but I believe weird stuff happens way, way more than it probably should.
I
It's
agree with that.
funny that you mention it like that because that's such a great example of like human evolution, just in that aspect where like, I mean, not even 500 years ago, 100 years ago, you'd go up to the doctor and you'd be like, "Oh, my knees hurt," and they're like, "That's because you got ghost in your bones. Here's some cocaine. You'll be fine in the morning." Like,
What you need is an ear nail. Let's get you
yeah,
taken
like,
care of.
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. Oh yeah.
so what kind of experiences have you had? Because I know there's people out there that are really curious about what kind
Well,
of personal experiences you had at either location or both locations.
so at Penhurst, because I have spent, I mean, it's been well over a decade that I've been on those grounds constantly. And anymore, I'm there all the time. You name it. I mean, I've seen people there that weren't there. I've heard people talk that weren't there. Doors opening, doors shutting, lights in buildings that don't have electricity. Like, one of the weirder ones, it was a wintertime and I was closing things up, security, doing snow removal, that kind of stuff. And I walked by one of our buildings and a woman started shouted help, like clear as a bell from inside the building, like no doubt in my mind. So I go in the building and I actually set off the motion sensors and the alarms in the building because there was no one in the building. And it scared the crap out of me because I expected to go in the building and find somebody who broke in and needed help. But there's no chance anybody could have been in that building because all the alarms were on. I set them off. So that was a real wild one that I let people know about. And over at Eloise, it's much more tame. I haven't been there as long. I mean, this is year 3 for us at Eloise. But we have had some unusual circumstances. We were sitting in the office and a very heavy file just shot right off the table, landed on the floor. My crew at Eloise could write books on the stories of the things they've seen and heard. But for me, it's only a couple small little events. Nothing too dramatic. No ghosts have thrown me down the stairs yet.
Well, let's talk about the attractions. What's coming up for this season for the haunted attractions?
Well, so Eloise, as you know, we have our 2 attractions. We have the sub level, which is our you could deem it our secondary attraction. It's not our namesake attraction. Eloise Asylum, of course, is our namesake attraction. But we have spent a massive amount of resources and development time in building out our sub level to be something that we believe it's at a point now that it's past anything anybody's experienced. It's so immersive. It's so overwhelming. The theming is so unique, especially as a departure from the more traditional haunted house themes, because it is very sci-fi, very, genetic modification, laboratory, mad scientist. But it is one of the most immersive attractions I believe in the United States now with the upgrades that have been done. The most fun thing we're going to have is training our actors to rise to the occasion of working in that attraction because it is just so next level now. We're really proud of it. And then of course our asylum is still pound for pound. I would put it up against any asylum themed attraction in the world. And I'm going to edge you out. Our design team, headed by Dave Carey, they've built a simulation. It's like walking into a true asylum that you walked into in a horror movie. You pick any horror movie that's depicted an asylum, and those themes run deep through every wall panel, through every brick, through every shade of color, lighting, and sound. It's all there. And we're really proud of that. That was one of the goals. Our ownership group, Matt Herzog. He's kind of our haunt guru who brings together these great creative minds and operational, forces. He kind of gave everybody this free run of, I want to build the best asylum. And Eloise has got that. Like, it is, from the time you walk into the door to the time you walk out at the end, 28,000 square feet, and it is non-stop perfect, no skipping theming. So very excited about this year because we've really been able to expand on it. It's only year 3 for us. So, it's nice. We're really excited. I think people are going to enjoy it when they show up this year.
Now, with the buildings that you guys have and the significance, the historical significance of these buildings and the conditions of these buildings, you guys run into unique challenges when it comes to building. I mean, a lot of different rules that you guys have to follow that maybe not a lot of other haunts have to. What kind of challenges are those, and how do you overcome them?
So you have to remember that being in a historic building and being the steward of a historic site means that you need to take care of that side of it at the same time that you're building an entertaining medium for your guests. So you can't just willy-nilly blow out walls and tear things down. You have to kind of build within the space that exists. Also, because these structures were built very strong. It's not easy to tear down a wall in these buildings. It's I promise you, it's not easy.
Back when 2x4s were actual 2x4s. Yeah.
Well, these buildings are built with concrete and steel and I-beams and I mean, Pennhurst, its tunnels are built out of this. It's built out of this ultra high PSI concrete with rebarb. I mean, the big machinery can't get through that stuff. It just, it's amazing. And then there's the character of the building itself. You want to maintain as much as you can. Eloise is a perfect example. Our first year, we got a review, and it was from a guest who said, I liked it. The actors are fun, but I really thought they would do more with the space. And they went on to say that because we just reused what was already there, there wasn't a lot of what they expected from a haunted house. The kicker for us is almost everything that customer saw was completely fabricated. None of it was real. Very small examples were real. So we reached out to them, we invited them back, and we kind of took them almost behind the scenes, and we walked up to a wall, and it's just a brick wall. And when you knock here, it's a brick wall. And when you go 3 inches over and you go dunk, 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 it's completely fake. And it was that seamlessness that our creative team brought to the table that you can't tell in these structures what is real, what is original, and what has been replaced. So it kind of trickery, that we were able to create an environment so realistic that we were fooling people into thinking that we hadn't done anything at all. That's a pretty cool high marks for artistry.
It is awesome.
Keep in mind, guys, out there watching us, that the message boards are open. So if you have any questions for Jim,
I have one so far from Zach.
Oh, you do have one. All right, hit it.
Yeah. He asked, has the guards building ever been restored? I remember at first it was hard to keep workers in that building. He asked that earlier.
If we're talking about Eloise, there is a guard shack at the entrance. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. It is slated for restoration. And it will be utilized most likely this season. We'll have something happening down there. If that's what he's talking about.
I guess so. I have no clue.
Do you guys do any off-season events, tours, overnights, anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're actually at both sites. We're pretty diverse. We obviously, with the history of the buildings, we dabble in the paranormal, where we have paranormal tours where people can come in and hunt for ghosts on their own. At Eloise, we run escape rooms. We also do history tours of the sites during the day. That's at both sites, at Pennhurst and Eloise. We do fantastic history tours run by our own in-house historians. And then off-season events, Pennhurst does a couple large-scale conventions, does some car shows, and also does a summer campout, horror-themed campout every year. And Eloise, we jumped right into the off-season market. We had a really successful Valentine's event. We had an extremely unique event called Summer Slash, where we brought in some celebrities from horror movies, and we had a specialty themed area upstairs with some escape room elements. And then the funnest part was the entire attractions were rethemed to some of the more noticeable horror icon theming that you might find in the, out in the greater filmography out there, all your favorite homages to horror villains and creepers and killers of all film. So it was really cool. The actors loved it because they got to really kind of play their favorite creeps. So it was fun.
Now, is there anything in these attractions that I don't want to necessarily say it's your favorite, because I know that's like a hard thing to pick out and stuff, but is there something that sticks out in your mind that is just completely mind-blowing, that you have no idea how you guys managed to pull it off? Like, it shouldn't even be there. It's just so incredible. Just something that is gonna just take your breath away.
Yeah. So at Eloise, it's amazing because every time our creative team unlocks some new area, it really always I'm like, wow, that was really cool. Last year for me, it was this area where they really kind of went to the full extent of what you can do with projection mapping. It was just a very unique and interesting use of it. It incorporated both with animatronics and a live actor. So there was a lot happening in there, a lot of moving parts. It was very unique. Over at Pennhurst, I am a purist when it comes to Pennhurst. We've done some amazing things. We have some really cool stuff. But walking into Pennhurst and walking the catwalks at Pennhurst and making your way up to the front of the administration building is a one-of-a-kind experience. You're coming through this dark forest, and then there is this monolith of a building just looming out of the darkness for you. It's like it's been waiting there for you. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before, and
Steve.
It's just one of those things where, like, it's the same feeling when you get to, like Waverly or Eastern State, Mansfield. It's just this old construction, and like you were saying, like, these things were, I mean, they're like atomic bomb proof. They're built to laugh, and they're so imposing, just the building themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
It's a pretty intense feeling. So
even walking up to Eloise is 5 stories. There isn't a building anywhere near the Eloise building that is as tall or as ominous as Eloise. When you come up to it on Michigan Avenue, it's this huge structure. And then when you're a customer, you walk in those front doors, the whole thing, just skyline right above you. It's amazing.
There's so many haunts we got to go to now, Tan.
Steve, look, I'm already going out there. Like, we already had plans to go to Pennhurst because they helped us, like, make one of our, by the way, the syringe now for the air tank is one of, like, the top selling things this year. So thank you all for the idea.
Cool. Nice. Always love to hear that.
Yeah, we want to go out there. So I'm just saying, Steve, what if we did like a vlog thing where, like, Edward and Jim walk us through, like, before the night starts, and then we can, like, dress up one night and go help them, and then the next night we could just walk through.
We love guest actors, so you're welcome to dress up and help.
Steve.
I'm not that far away. I'm really not. I mean, I'm in Cleveland. Like, it's not that
I'll
far
have my
away.
dad buy you a case of beer.
I commute to Eloise. I drive right from you.
Yeah. So,
we need to do this.
We'll think about it. I don't know.
Come on, man.
We'll see. It's not a no. We'll see. The Michigan ones are more feasible for me, at least.
For you. I was about to say for you. Doug's gonna have to
you
give
worry
me
about
gas money or
college and
something.
whatnot. Yeah.
I ain't worried about that. I'm taking off this whole haunt season just to go to haunts. Because normally I go act.
You got to check them all out. I
That's what I'm
think
saying.
I think that's one of the coolest things that a haunter can do is go and
I
appreciate
know.
the rest of what everyone else, because you love what you do, you love what you build, you care about what you build, but man, it's so refreshing sometimes to get to enjoy other people's passion for a little bit. It's
I
nice.
help build for these things, and I've only ever been through like 3 haunted houses other than Halloween Horror Nights off
Yeah,
the
that's
top of my head
nowhere
that I
near
can
enough.
think of. So, yeah,
It's
Those are rookie numbers. We need to pump those numbers up.
I know. That's what I'm
well,
saying.
it's a different experience, kind of like what Jim's talking about as a haunter going through haunts, because as a customer, you go through there. Your job as a customer is to be entertained, not to, count the nails in the boards, as my one
Yeah.
buddy would say. Where when you get haunted, then like even like you guys were on the MHC haunt tour, which was a bang up lineup. I mean that lineup was insane. Um, but it's you you get all these haunters that go in there, and yeah, MHCs, you still have like the actor heavy on for MHC, but you still get a lot of haunt owners and builders and creators in there that are just fully immersed and appreciative of what's going on, and that means a lot to haunters to have other haunters just being like, it's funny. I actually had this conversation with a friend of mine not too long ago. They're like, "Oh, aren't you worried about other haunters like seeing your stuff?" And it's like it's almost a compliment when a haunter's like, "Hey, man, can you like take me behind the wall real quick? I want to see how you got this set up." And it's kind of like a proud moment to have that.
Yeah, it's an appreciation for what we do and what we love to do. And I think no matter who you are in the haunt industry, if you're involved with, from I mean honestly, actors on up, let's just open it up to everybody. There's a certain level of love that you have for what we do, and for the execution of what we do. It's wonderful to be able to walk into, like, I love going up to Erebus, and I got to tell you, I'm super excited to go check out their oddity museum. That is, to me, like one of the coolest things you could add on to a haunted house experience, is that kind of add on. But we head up there. We head over to Hush. Our team goes out, and on our off nights, we enjoy other attractions, because if we can't enjoy other people's art, then how are we really appreciating our own art? And
Right.
what we're doing. It's the industry that matters. We got to be supportive of everybody.
I
Absolutely.
think Doug's already in because Doug's like, Eloise and Erebus are only 45 minutes apart. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yes,
that
they are.
Doug's
We're pretty
in,
close.
Steve.
We're
Hey,
pretty close.
Tane, I'm telling you right now, if you and I end up in Michigan, in any part in Michigan, we can be in the UP, it doesn't matter. Doug will find out and send us to every single attraction in
I'll
Michigan.
do it, man.
Yeah.
I
What you'll
hate
get,
getting into
you'll get this.
costume, but
You'll
I'll
get a
do it.
map of an oven mitt, and there'll just be dots on it, and you have to go and you have to
Yeah.
cross off all the dots. That's what
I
I.
don't
That's
think
what I
you
know about
understand.
Michigan.
You don't
I say that's
understand
what
how
we do.
quickly that man can make that happen. He can make
I
3
say we
phone
do it,
calls and
man.
every haunt's going to be involved. Like it makes me nervous.
Hey,
All right, Jim, we're
just
about
waiting
out
for
of
the
time.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's already happening. Just Tan, come on, you're a bad influence. Jim, we're about out of time. So tell us where we can find these 2 great haunts on the internet.
Well, the internet is our best friend. EloiseAsylum.com, PenhurstAsylum.com. Easy peasy. Just the name of the haunt plus a .com.
And where are they located?
Eloise is located in Westland, Michigan, which is about 35 minutes outside of Detroit. And Penhurst is located in Spring City, Pennsylvania, 45 minutes outside of Philadelphia.
And what are some important dates coming up?
Oh, well,
We're getting close.
I almost wanted to text Ed and be like, Ed, there's a Friday the 13th this year. Like, we're absolutely going to have a Friday the 13th something or other at both attractions. God knows, that's like a magic day. We also open up, both attractions should be opening up on the 23rd of September. They both open up on the same time, run weekends till November 4th. And we're really excited. We've got some really cool stuff planned for everybody this year. So come out and see us.
I feel like Chris is trying to bring something up. I don't know if it's one of your web pages or what
He's
he's
trying.
trying to do.
or it seems
As
like
long
he's
as we've been
trying.
doing this, you think you would know where the buttons are by now, but he's having a hard time
He's gonna be
today.
like, oh, check this out, and then immediately the Haunt News in a Minute clip's gonna start.
Yeah, probably. We're not doing that right now. I just vetoed that. I'm getting out of that because I don't know what he's doing. No, come on. Jim, thank you so much for being on the show. Really do
Thank you.
appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy. And this is crunch time. So, taking time out of your schedule to come out here and
We're there. I
you and Ed
appreciate
both.
the invite. Thank
Yeah,
you for the
anytime.
invite. It's been fantastic. Can't wait to touch base with you guys again.
Yes, absolutely. And I hope you guys have
Definitely.
just an amazing season this year.
Thank you. Take care.
I'm sure if Tane gets her way, you and I and Tane are probably
I
going to be
will
seeing
get
you
my
sooner
way.
than later.
I will
Good.
have vengeance, and I will
The
get my
invite
way.
is open. The invite is open. I'm a text message away. Let's do it.
Yes.
I wish you didn't say that because Doug heard you.
Doug did hear.
I know he did.
Oh, man.
All right, Jim. Thank you. Chris is getting button happy, so we got to move on here.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Have a good one, my friend.
He's trying.
Okay. Hold on.
He's trying.
All right.
No.
Why does he keep?
Oh.
What does he do?
It's hard to see buttons
Okay.
when you sit in the dark in a basement, Steve. All right.
We're on haunt tips. Are we on haunt tips? Are we doing haunt tips? Do we not have haunt tips today?
I
we
have
just-
no clue. I don't know anymore.
I'm assuming he's putting this up here because we don't have haunt tips today, which we may not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just the host. I'm not.
If we don't, then Doug needs to come up in here and do his haunt tips. He did them last time.
Or
We didn't
you,
have any.
Tan, you should do it. What's your haunt tip, Tan? Let's get the.
I don't do social media.
You're doing a haunt. You're doing a 1-day haunt this year. So what is your? Give us 3 haunt tips.
I guess this is a haunt tip. Go to your local community college and recruit your acting students and say, here, if you want to do this and you come to the safety meeting and the haunt nights, I will put on, so you have something for their resume. Say that you have like 10 hours as a scare actor, so they're certified in scare acting.
That's a good tip because actors are a hot commodity right now.
They are.
Good tip.
And acting students are hungry for experience. So
I don't know. Hold on.
Doug's coming in.
I don't know. I can't unmute him. I don't know if he has a mic.
I don't know.
I do.
Are you just hanging out?
Okay, there you go.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know I was coming in.
All right, Tane. I don't know if you heard that tip that Tane just gave about going to your local colleges and recruiting actors and giving them credits for doing that. That's a good idea.
I wrote it down.
So what's your haunt tip of the day?
And the haunt tip is to make sure that the video that's sent to you is correctly sent to you, so that way you can play it on the show the night you're expecting, and you don't wait till the last minute to get it in. That's a great haunt tip.
Yeah, I feel like that was directed towards somebody very specifically.
So anyway, what did you think about the 2 guests tonight?
Anytime I get to talk to a haunt owner or manager or anybody that's pulling strings inside of a haunted attraction, let alone 2 amazing haunted attractions, is always a good time. It's just I think it's important that people don't really realize what haunted attractions are. They think it's just a bunch of people in clown makeup running around acting stupid. That's only half of it. There's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it, and just kind of pulling the curtain back a little bit. I hope just the public is just appreciates what's really going on.
Yeah, I tell you, we have so many amazing haunts in Michigan, and not to say other states don't, But last year when we did the Ultimate Haunt Tour and we went to 12 different haunts in November, I mean, Erebus and Eloise were mega haunts, and yet we still had 10 other haunts that were amazing that we went to. I mean, that's what I like about Michigan is there is no shortage of good haunts there. And it was kind of nice to see MHC come back to Michigan this year and do, Hush and some of the other haunts as well. So
Yeah, their lineup was incredible.
a lot of respect for the fact that if you're in Michigan, I mean, just like Pennsylvania, just like Ohio, I mean, Illinois, you got to compete with some pretty good haunts. You really do.
Yeah, the Midwest is a real problem with a lot of attractions. There's so many up here in the Midwest. Something wrong with us.
Yeah, and I tell you what, these haunts spend money on their haunts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's no joke. I mean, every haunt you go to up here, I mean, if they tell you they spend 100,000 in redos, they do because you see it, you can tell.
So now that we're on here, Dan has been hinting at something for the past half hour.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying. Like,
What
You,
is
you
even
tell,
hinting
you
at?
tell us right now, Doug. What's the verdict? What's the verdict? What are we gonna do about doing some live shows?
So the thing about it is we need to have, I mean, haunt season's right around the corner. And you and I were talking earlier today, Steve, and the truth of the matter is people are busy as we get closer to haunt season. So the way that I've thought about keeping this going is, I mean, we can't talk about haunts. We're going to have to see haunts. So we are going to come up with a way to send Tan out in her neck of the woods and Steve out in his neck of the woods and visit some of these haunts and do some live broadcast and let people, at least see for this year haunts directly around you guys. And we're going to come up with some contests for people to send us footage of haunts that they've gone to this year. So we have a lot of really cool ideas coming up for people to get involved and for everyone watching to be able to see all the amazing haunts out there.
I already know for here, I'm going to one haunt and I'm acting for, I don't know if it's for a weekend or a day, but I already have one that I am going to off the top of my head that I already asked about.
I already know
is it?
one.
Spill the beans.
It's Tales of Terror. Her name's Ash, and I can't talk about what character I'm going to be, but I'm going to be in the queue line. So I'm excited about that.
What's your one, Doug? The haunt.
Well, for Steve, I already know one that I really want Steve to go to, and
I know
that's
what it is. I know what it is, don't I?
What? Tell me.
I know what it is. You want me to go to Hoochie?
I do, and I want you to broadcast from Hoochie.
Yeah.
And
I've worked there plenty of nights.
And I want to see Tan at Halloween Horror Nights broadcasting.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with that.
I think those two would be major for the show audience for people to see what both of those two haunts are like. Two opposite haunts, too.
Yeah.
One
Steve,
a commercial
are you a scaredy cat?
No,
Are you
I've worked at I've worked at Hoochie plenty of times, and I'll tell you this: all the stories that you've heard, they're all true, and there's more. There's a lot more stories that don't get talked about. I've seen things. I mean, the place is bananas, and they just keep getting better. They have a full blown airplane. As part of one of their scenes, like a full 747, like you go inside, like it's an actual 747. They just got a roller coaster, I think 2 years ago. They got a Ferris wheel that was built in 1903 or something like that. Like it's and on top of it, it's still all the mayhem and menacing, and I mean it's absolutely bonkers out there.
So, Doug, if we're going to go separately to different haunts, I think we should at least have one that we meet up and do together as a team.
I like that idea. And what better place for us to meet up in Tennessee or Kentucky So I might already have an idea for that as well.
You know, all right. I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit. So sorry about this, Doug. Years ago, I'm at Doug's haunt, right? I'm down there for a weekend. I'm doing a show. He booked me, whatever. I'm getting ready to go home on Sunday. We go to breakfast. And he tells me this crazy idea he has to start a trade show and how it's gonna be this and it's gonna be that. And I swear to God, I looked him in the eye and I said, "Don't." I said, "You're an idiot. Like, don't do it. It's not gonna work." He's like, "No, no, 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 no." And I said, "Well," I said, "I'm out." I said, This is my last year. I'm retiring from the haunt business." He's like, "Are you really?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh man." He's like, "I'm really sad to see you go." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah." I said, I'm getting too old. I don't want to do it anymore. My body hurts.
No, I said you're paying for breakfast before you leave.
Yeah, you did say that. and he was like, "All right, yeah." So fast forward to about December. Phone rings. Doug. I'm like, "Doug, don't book me. I'm retired." He's like, No. I need you to work for Fear Expo. And I said, "No." I said, "I'm not doing it. It's never gonna work. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." And he goes, "Well, this is what it is, and we're gonna have these meetings." And I was like, I'm not doing it." Hang up the phone. Next thing you know, I'm in a group text to go to a meeting, via Skype or however we were doing it back then. And yeah, I clicked on it, and Doug's like, "Yeah, so Steve's gonna handle all the operation stuff." And I'm like, What do you mean? I don't even know what that means. I don't know. I still don't even know what my job title is. I don't know.
You're
And it's like,
Steve.
he's like, "You're gonna do all this stuff, and you're gonna do this." And still to this day, every now and again, I'm like, "Doug, I don't know how many times I have to tell you I retired from the haunt business. I'm not doing this anymore." Next thing you know, I'm
You don't
doing
ever
podcasts,
retire.
and now I'm gonna do another tour to do a podcast.
Yeah, we got to keep him busy. So speaking of that, how about next week when we decide to spill the beans on HauntCon? What do you think about that?
Well, here's the thing. We're gonna announce that first, and then you tell me your idea. But next week's show is a very important show, everybody. We have a lot of updates for HauntCon because HauntCon has gone live. The webpage is live, and we are ready for you. We're going to be announcing some events, hopefully some haunt tour stuff. I don't want to give it away because we're still waiting for the ink to dry on some things. So, so hopefully we're going to have a haunt tour announcement down there for that. Hotel information, all the parties we're going to be throwing. Yes, there's going to be a luau, and yes, I'm going to host a luau. Okay. I'm going to host a luau.
Tiki Steve.
And it's mandatory. This is mandatory fun. Everybody that's going to HauntCon has to have fun. It's mandatory. It's a haunt vacation.
Do we have a giveaway for next week or no?
What? We haven't even gave away this week's yet.
I know,
Yeah,
but
we're not
I'm
even-
thinking because if we don't have one, okay,
we're gonna do bikinis for next week. 9 different bikinis.
if we don't have a giveaway for next week, we were thinking of sponsoring another giveaway, but I wanted to wait for the perfect opportunity because it's a big giveaway item. So
all right,
sponsor it.
I've been waiting for the
good.
Nope, you're sponsoring next week's show.
Yep.
Project Backfire sponsoring next week's show.
Crystal, you heard it here. She said it.
Next week I will be 18. Next show I will be 18 years old.
Nice.
So
you're never gonna be 18. You shut your mouth. You're never gonna be 18. All you little boys out there who are getting thoughts and stuff, it ain't gonna happen.
I have a boyfriend.
You gotta go through me. You gotta go through Doug. It ain't gonna happen.
If I'm 18 now, I'll start partying, maybe, possibly with you.
That's 21.
That's true.
Giveaway tonight.
The giveaway. Oh,
all right. Chris wants us to do this giveaway.
Okay, hold on. We have Chris on here. Chris, where is Haunt News in a minute and Haunt Tips?
We're gonna do the It Must Be Thursday giveaway T-shirt contest.
Well, why don't Steve tell us what's going on next week real quick, and then we can do that.
Yeah, so tune in next week. It's going to be a Haunt Con show. So no guests. I believe I'm going to be on the show. I believe Tane's going to be on the show because what's the show without us? Doug's going to be on the show. He's going to fill in a lot of gaps. Have your questions ready. I'm going to be asking Doug some questions. But have your questions ready. Get them up there. Because there's going to be a lot of information. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff, a lot of important stuff, a lot of fun stuff. It's this is your haunt vacation, guys. This is Daytona Beach in February, and with all your friends, we're gonna be down there partying up, having a good time, throwing parties. We're gonna have some vendors. We're gonna have some tours. We're gonna have a lot of stuff, a lot of fun stuff going on. It's gonna be a great time. So I think that covers it. Let's get this giveaway done because I'm getting tired, getting grumpy, and I'm out of my sparkling water. Need to go get some more sparkling water.
You're not drinking a beer this time? Or
Nah,
dad
it's,
water?
no dad water. It's just sparkling water this time. You remember the dad waters? I'm proud of you.
I did. I did remember. I also remember the S napkins. SITH napkins
Shit tickets.
that you
Yeah.
that you were telling me about. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
See,
We'll
I
talk
remember.
about that. We'll talk about that some other time. Hashtag it must be Thursday. Everybody got their hashtags in? 9 t-shirts courtesy of Eloise, Erebus, HauntCon, Fear Expo, VFX, the Haunt, the Factory of the Dead. Lots of. Emmanuel, you're the winner.
Woo-hoo.
This is a big one. 9 t-shirts. Reach out to us. Send us an email. Let us know your size so we can get you all of your shirts. We will send them out to you. Congratulations. FearExpoLive@gmail.com is where you want to send that information to. That's a big one. That's a big one. If he's not on here, make sure he knows.
Do we get shirts that say the Thursday quote? Do we get those?
Thursday? I don't know.
Yeah, because we're those people. I feel like we should
We're
get those.
We are specifically the
Yeah.
It must be Thursday. It's just us.
Wait,
Yes.
we don't have those shirts yet.
Yeah, we do. Literally, we just showed them. We showed them earlier. We 100% have it must be Thursday shirt.
We're giving away that shirt.
Would you guys like a t-shirt?
Yeah, I want one. My mom's gonna
I got
steal it from me, but yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
got
fine.
a bunch of t-shirts.
So after 200 episodes, you get a free t-shirt. Like a watch.
This feels like a pyramid scheme.
I think what we should do is have it must be Thursday on the front and then stay spooky on the back.
I agree. I like
Only
it.
on Fridays, though.
So yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
I think we got to get you guys some shirts, but we're gonna have to talk about what might be happening at HauntCon with you two.
Uh-oh. Steve's
And
gonna
the
be in
show.
a hula skirt with some fire. He's gonna bring Phoenix back.
What the?
Hashtag Tiki Steve. I'm making shirts with that on it.
Hashtag Tiki Steve.
And then we got
That's
to put
actually me.
Cartoon Steve. We
that's
got to put
actually me.
Cartoon Steve and Tan on the shirts as well. There you go.
I'm making a ghillie suit that has a tiki mask for it for HauntCon that I'm gonna bring. I'm excited about him. He don't have a name yet, but I'm making
Tiki
that.
Steve.
Yeah, I could name him Tiki Steve.
There you go.
All right. If you can't win, it must be Thursday shirt. I'm sure we're gonna have maybe a couple different versions of it must be Thursday shirts at HauntCon and Fear Expo. Apparently, Tay and I are gonna be doing something. But where'd Tay go? There she is. We're gonna be doing something at HauntCon. I don't know what that is yet. Doug hasn't told us. But
I've
I'm
already
sure we're gonna
started
have
hashtag Tiki Steve in the comments. John got it.
Yeah, I think
But,
I think we're definitely going to have to go over some of the merch and everything because HauntCon is not only going to be a party, it is going to be some of the coolest merch I think we've had. And Fear Expo merch was amazing, but I can't wait to show off some HauntCon merch.
Yeah. So actually, I think I know one of them, which I think is actually really cool. I kind of want one. I'm going through a phase
It's
right
gonna be
now of
cool.
those. I'm going through a phase right now with those kinds of shirts.
I bet you
Um,
it's gonna be the hottest seller by far.
I think it will be too.
Is it
And you know
Steve and
me, like
Chris
I'm
Mule
usually
skirts?
against. No, you know me.
No.
I'm usually against just like wild oddball type. I'm like, hey man, just put the name on a T-shirt and be done with it. When you said it the other day, it's a good idea. I
Mhm.
do like it. Like I said, I'm going through a phase myself with them. I literally went on a date earlier this week wearing one similar. You know, so
Yeah. Yeah, and you know
yeah,
me with hats. I got to have a hat made, and there's gonna be all
yeah.
kinds of cool. And yes, Tara, there is going to be a tour, but you have to watch next week to find out more about that.
So yeah, and yeah, you get shirts down at Hong Kong for it must be Thursday. Tay and I will both be there, and we'll be happy to sign them for you. And yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I'm sure we're probably gonna end up doing a live down there too. I'm
And
almost
maybe we
positive of
can
it.
finally get Tan on the Molly Zombie Mobile by then.
I know. I want to do it for my birthday, but I don't know if he's still out of town or not.
I think
Yeah.
he's on here. Yes, he's out of town. Or yes, he's gonna
Now's our
wait
time.
to Hong Kong. Who knows? It's not very far away.
He's back.
He's back. So maybe I will get my ride for my birthday. Who knows? I need to message him.
That puppet is extremely quick at typing. I've never met a puppet that can
I
type that
know.
fast.
All right,
mean-
I'm done.
Steve,
Are you done?
I meant to ask you, what
Who,
homie do
me?
you want? What animal do you want for your homie? I was thinking a lion because of all your hair, but I don't know. What's your favorite animal?
Sheep. He's a sheep. He's a
Yeah,
sheep.
that's when everybody thinks of me. That's what they think. Oh, lions good, wolves are
Toucan.
good. I like
Doug.
I like bonobos a lot actually.
What in the world
A
is that?
bonobo.
It's
A
like
bonobo.
Pinocchio.
No, a bonobo.
Why are
It's
you making up crap?
no bonobo. They're not. They're the closest thing to human beings that aren't human beings. So they're like
So
a
a
step
monkey.
above chimp.
So a
Kind
monkey.
of. They're a step above like a chimpanzee. They called bonobos, and they're like the only other mammals besides humans that French kiss, which is like intentionally. Yeah.
I love
It was
that
on
idea of
Discovery Channel.
Dead Graves doing a class. That'd be cool. Hey, speaking of that, make sure you tune in next week because we're going to announce a couple of our classes. But this year, what we're doing is totally different, and I don't want to spill the beans till next week. Never mind. I'm not even going to talk
Don't
about
spill
classes.
the beat.
Yeah,
Don't.
All right,
Don't.
we're done.
Hold it in.
We're
We're
done.
done.
We're done.
Before Doug he's gonna get
We're
too
done
excited.
talking
He's
about
gonna just,
monkeys.
yeah, no more. Go look them up. Bonobos. They're really cool. I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Stay on for the Tayan and Willie after show.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
hour,
sure.
right?
Did you say it, Tane?
Yeah,
Where'd she go?
Chris.
Where'd she go? Oh,
Chris
there
keeps
she is.
knocking me
You got-
off. Have a good
Yes,
night. Stay spooky.
Boom.
We're out of here.
We're out of here. See you guys.
Here's the after show. We have a after show video.
Oh, we got a
No.
video.
No.
Okay.
No, we don't.
It was processing. Give me 2 seconds.
No, we don't. We don't have an after show video.
Y'all can leave. It's an after show.
Oh my goodness. Here comes
If it's
hot news in a
something
minute.
stupid, Lord have mercy.
Hot news in a minute. After show, after dark, after 10:32.
I'm out. Enjoy Haunt News or whatever Chris is doing.
We'll see you next week, Steve.
Oh, hey, Steve. I do have a graphic for you.
Of course you do.
You know what? I'll save it for next week.
All right, that's fine. Until next week. I'm out. Bye.
Send Steve
Goodbye.
news you picks. Okay.
All right, you lost Steve.
Yeah. Come on, Chris.
We're waiting.
My mom's
patiently.
laughing. My mom's laughing in the next room over. I can hear her.
Hold on. My speaker fell.
This is all going to go on a bloopers tape.
Yeah.
What?
This
If we-
entire episode is going to be bloopers. Except for the part where Ed and Jim was on because they killed it.
Hello, ghouls and girls. This is Haunt News in a Minute, powered by Yup. That's scary.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hiya, Georgie.
Hey, Willie.
Hey, Wooly.
Who said that?
You're fast and goes cruising just as fast as she can now.
Yo, what's up, my nocturnal night owls? This is your boy Willie Mae with Yep, That's Scary.
Pick me out the plastic, I'll be acting brand new.
And this is Haunt News in a Minute. If Barbie could go to HauntCon, so can you. This con is the first industry trade show for 2024 in Daytona Beach, Florida, coining the new phrase called Baycon, the haunt industry's first oceanfront vacation trade show destination. HauntCon is now accepting applications for the Haunt Masters instructors and vendors for their February 9th through 11th, 2024 event. Tickets are now on sale. Go to www.hauntcon.com. Yo, haunters, are you getting ready for haunt season? Well, here's some tips on what not to do. Happy National Clown Week. Both International Clown Week and National Clown Day were created to give recognition to those funny clowns that makes us laugh and smile.
But what about those who make you cry and scream?
Yo, move over, candy, pumpkins, costumes, and haunts. There is a new pipeline in the Halloween sector that is killing it, no pun intended. And it's the pets costumes. Dressing up for Halloween is an annual tradition, but some people are also doing their pets in costumes. Americans are expected to spend over $700 million of Halloween costumes for their pets in 2023. Spirit Halloween held a grand opening of its flagship store in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, on Saturday, July 29th. The event kicked off the retailer's 40th Halloween season with a spooky style. Stores around the country will begin to open in their coming days. Go to www.spiritshalloween.com to find a spooky store near you. 3 terrifying new IP mazes will be coming to Halloween Horror Nights Orlando in Hollywood. The Exorcist Believer, inspired by the new Universal Pictures film from Blumhouse and Morgan Creek Entertainment. Chucky, Ultimate Kill Count, based on the popular USA and sci-fi series, and Universal Monsters Unmasked, inspired by the Universal legacy of iconic cinematic monsters with an original score from Grammy Award-winning musician Slash. At each event, these mazes will join Last of Us and The Stranger Things 4 IP mazes. Legoland Florida, Winter Haven, Florida announces a new fireworks show and zombie prep rally for Brick or Treat 2023. This new fireworks spectacular is hosted by Lord Vampire, who casts a spell to make this monster party last forever with 3D Lego brick bursting fireworks, music, and lights that will leave everyone spellbound. Brick or Treat runs selected nights from September 16th through November 29th. Admission includes with park tickets and selected passes. Learn more about the park's official website by going to 13th Floor Entertainment announces detail for their upcoming SoCal offerings at their Midsummer Screams panel last weekend. The Los Angeles Haunted Hayride, located in Los Angeles, California, is adding a new maze, Hillbilly Halloween, updated wagons with hay bale or bench seating, and axe throwing for this year's event. Delusions will return to the Phillips Mansion in Pomona, California for their newest production, Delusions, Nocturnes, a Nightmare. Oktoberfest, Long Beach, California will expand onto the Queen Mary for 2023 with a secret VIP experience and a new trail called The Gray Ghost. 13th Floor Entertainment Group announces Magic of the Jack-O-Lantern will premiere at Whittier Narrows, Los Angeles, California. This scare-free, family-friendly event features a glowing trail of 1,000 magnificent hand-carved pumpkins. Yo, I'm Willie May, and this is Haunt News in a Minute. Lego!
If you like what you have heard, stalk us now on all our social channels.
Well, we still had 10 people watch it. On this channel. We have other channels too, but yeah. All right. Let's call it a night. We got a big show next week. Chris, you still there? Chris.
Hello.
All right, everyone. We'll see you guys next week when we have a big show about HauntCon.
I'm uploading the haunt tip for a quick. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I actually have to go.
No, you don't.
So, no, I guess not. I got to be at a fair in the morning. All right, Zach, make sure you message me. I think I already saw that come in. Maybe it wasn't from you.
Doug Sheldon. I think this is the video.
What's up, guys? This is your boy Willie May with Yep, That's Scary, and this is your marketing tricks, treats, and trends about why haunted houses should be on social media. Increased visibility. Social media platforms have billions of active users, offering a massive potential audience for your haunted house. By having presence on social media, you can increase your brand's visibility and reach a broader audience, including potential visitors who might not have found you through other channels. Engagement and interactions. Social media allows you to engage with other audience directly. You can respond to comments, answer questions, and build relationships with the followers. This level of interactions helps create a sense of community and fosters loyalty among your fans. Word of mouth marketing is key and is huge in haunted houses. Social media encourages sharing. When visitors have a great experience at your haunted house, they are likely to share their excitement with their friends and followers. Positive reviews and users generated content act as powerful word of mouth marketing, attracting new visitors. Real-time updates. Social media platforms enable you to share real-time updates about your haunted house, such as events, dates, special offers, and changes in schedules or attractions. This instant communication keeps your audience informed and engaged. Visual storytelling. Haunted houses are highly visual experiences. Social media provides the perfect platform to showcase your spooky attractions through photos, videos, and behind-the-scenes glimpses. Visual storytelling can create anticipation and excitement for your haunted house. Target advertising. Social media advertising allows you to target specific demographics, interests, and locations, ensuring your haunted house promotions reach the right audience. This target approach can lead to higher